In this video, I'm going to talk about why Nollywood actors or actresses die early. Understand? If you observe the Nollywood industry recently, you see that they have this continuous issue of deaths occurring, and then a lot of people keep asking. People talk about Nollywood, say, you just stay here. This person have died. This person have died. And then you hear about a lot of things happening in the Nollywood. So I decided to make this video. First, I'm going to talk about why or you keep hearing about death in Nollywood. And secondly, I'm going to talk about solution to that problem. So I want you to follow this video closely and share this video, like my videos. First, I want to start this way. You see, sometimes you go into covenant directly or indirectly, consciously or unconsciously. Maybe you did not know. Let me put it that way. But I took my time to yesterday. I was sitting and my spirit begin to assess this information, and I decide to share it so that it will be of help to someone. So you can go into a covenant and you did not know, but some covenant you go into it by virtue of what you are doing. Okay. So if you have been following Nigerian movies, you discover that most of the movies, you will see them using casket. They use coffin, and they look at it as acting. They look at it as a normal thing, but it's deep. You understand? So if you are sleeping in your dream and you see a coffin in your dream, what does it signify? What does it mean? And then if you see coffin in the physical, what does it mean? And then you being a natural human being, you always hang around coffin and casket, coffin and casket. You do movies about that. If you go back to what the time that the Nollywood actor Junior Pope died, you see that the movie they were acting that very time is a very spiritual movie. You get, it has something to do with death and life. So if you go and look at most of the movies they had, you understand what I'm telling you. They have stepped into things that they are not supposed to step into. Some of them, they lie in the casket, and they all look at it as acting. Yes, it's acting. It's your work. It's acting. But this is how they attract different kind of spirit into their life and in the life of the industry and the life of their colleagues. It's not is not the way what they are looking at. That is not what it is. You get, so when you do such things, you do such practices continuously, you attract a spirit that you cannot control. Now, why am I saying this? Am I saying that all of them use? If you observe, let me give you an example. Like somebody like Pete Edochie, he's still alive today, but if you study him very well, I knew Pete Edochie. I've seen Pete Edochie before. I've seen him before. So although I don't know his personal life, but I know that he's a prayerful person. You get, Peter Doge is somebody that dedicates his life so much to the church. I'm not saying I know about him, but at least the one I know, I've seen Peter Doge physically before. We've met in the church before, so I know him. So he's somebody that is somebody that gives his life to the church. You understand? Things of God. So that is Peter Doge. So I think maybe that is why God has been also protecting him. And then you remember when Claire Mohammed had the same problem. He had a spiritual problem. He was attacked. I think it was Prophet Jeremiah that prayed for Prophet Jeremiah, the one in I think Worry. Is he? I don't know how to pronounce his son, but Nigerians, they know Prophet Jeremiah, popular prophet. It was not that prayed for him. So, and then another. So these are events, and I don't know of the Kanayo, barrister. I don't know about him. I don't know how his spiritual life is, but I think they understand what I'm saying very well. So why am I saying all these things? What you add sometimes you end up becoming that thing. Like if you look at some of them that add some parts in the industry, look at their life, you see that here. Like example, those ones that add wealth, at least to an extent they have, and they may not be too wealthy, but at least they are doing where they are trying. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is that I'm not saying they should not add movie. No, that's not what I'm saying. But they should also be careful about the kind of rules they add, and also what is the solution. Quickly I want to go into the solution. I think so far I've explained the problem they are having and some of the negative aspects they are having. So they before I go into solution, I also want to tell them that they also if you watch the movies they have, most of the time they talk about ghosts, they talk about ancestors, talk about familiar spirit, talk about they try to like glorify all these traditional religions, you get. And when you begin to magnify all those things, you attract spirits to yourself, you attract altars to yourself, you attract witches and wizards to yourself, you get. So this is what is happening to them secretly that they are not knowing. Then the problem now is what is the solution? Quickly, the solution is this. I'm not saying there's no hard movie. That's not what I'm saying. But they should be careful and they should be prayerful. They should be prayerful. Some of them, because in the constitution of the country, you have your freedom of religion. You get. But they should understand that if they will be doing all those things, it is either they'll be praying very well, they have to take their time to be praying about their life, and each role they play, they should reject that role and pray against it. So that is my advice to them. They should reject the roles and they should pray against evil rules that they have gotten into, so that their life will not be attacked, so that their life will have meaning. So that is it. So for those of them who don't believe in God, I don't know if all of them they believe in God, they should make sure that they are guiding themselves. So this is what the information I've been able to access, and I decide to share it in this video. My name is Brother Alfred. So God bless you. God bless you. I wish them good luck, and I pray that God will protect them. Thank you very much.